Okay, hi everyone. I just wanted to give a few critiques on your email promos that you sent me. I see that a lot of you are making the same mistakes, so I'm just going to go through various emails from students and just point out some of the mistakes that I see everyone making. So if I don't get to yours, just take the critiques that I gave and apply it to your email as well. So I'm just going to look at some of these emails. And the first thing I notice is that a lot of your titles or your logos for your companies are much smaller than they should be. They're smaller than actually the body text. And it makes it so you kind of just skip past the logo and go straight to the larger text here. So I don't even see the word Shema when I look at it. The first thing I see is Bosher Complex. And so I think the logo needs to be a lot bigger. If I scroll through it, I think the logos on all of these need to be a lot larger than the body text. So that's one thing that I notice. This is really small. So we're going to work to fix that. The next thing I notice is that a lot of the text that you place underneath your images relates more to technical photography skill than it does the actual story of the image. So I think it's really important that you use words that describe what's happening in the image, not necessarily the technical qualities. Like I said in class, the people you're going to be sending these promos to already know the technical abilities that it takes to make photographs. Like you say, I chose this right angle to show clear framing. So we don't need to include that because the person you're sending it to already knows why you took the picture. They want to know more about the subject. So maybe a little bit of history, like where it's located, what is important about the subject, a little bit of the history of the subject maybe. So that's really, I think, more important than including the technical photography skills that you're using. Okay, the last, not the last thing, the next thing that you're going to be needing to focus on is to use spell check. The MailChimp program comes with spell check already, and when you misspell a word, it'll highlight it with a little red line. So just left click on that and spell it correctly. This is complex instead of complex. So just use that spell check to make sure that everything is spelled correctly. And also, if you're going to be writing it in English, make sure that you use the correct grammar. If you need to ask somebody who is maybe an English speaker to look over your email before you send it, that would be beneficial, and it'll make sure that everything is correct, all the grammar is correct and everything else. The last thing is the link to your website. It's really important that this is actually a physical link that I can click on and a new window will open and your website will appear. I don't really want to be copying and pasting your link, and if there is no link to click on, I won't actually go to your website. So in MailChimp, you can actually make everything a link. You can make the images a link, you can make the text a link, and we'll go through how to do that. So I'm going to go over to MailChimp real quick, and this is just the basic template before you include anything. And you can add stuff to this as well. So it comes with these boxes, but you can go over here and add other boxes as well. Like if I wanted to add my logo, I could just click the text box and I can drop it anywhere I wanted to. If I wanted to add the logo, I'll drop it up at the top. And then I can edit that box and I can put like my logo, like say Skylar Burt Photography. And to make that text bigger, I can highlight it and I can go to the size and I can make it bigger, like say make it 48. Now it's much bigger than the body text, which looks great for design. It's the first thing that I'll notice and it'll grab my attention and make me remember that company's name. I can also choose a different font, like maybe I want to choose Arial. I can make it bold if I wanted to, or not. And I can even change the color by changing the color here. I'll just keep mine as black. I can add an image then. I can select browse and click on an image. It'll bring it up to a new box, and I can select an image and place an image there. And I can make this image a link by clicking on the image and going over to link, pressing the button, and I can add a link to my website, like say http://yellowstreetphotos.com. And I can insert that, and now that is a link as well. Down here, I can say, you know, this is about my story, so it's about honey farming. And if I misspell something, like I just misspell something, you can see that it highlights it with red, and I can left click on that, and I can choose something in the list, like say I misspelled farming if I wanted to. I forgot the A in farming. Now it'll highlight it in red. I can click and it'll give me a bunch of words, and I'll just select the correct word, which is farming, and then it'll replace it. There it goes, really nice. To add a link to the text, like say I wanted to say, please visit my website here, I can highlight this text here, make it a link by clicking on the link button right above, and add that URL. And then press insert, and you can see that it now changed the text color from black to this blue, indicating that there is a link there. I could do that with one word. I could do it with all my words if I wanted to. I'm just going to do it with one word here. I'll press save and close. And now I can view this to make sure that all the links work. I can preview and test. So I can select that and select enter preview mode. And it'll send me to an example. And now I can see that my image is a link. See my mouse changes as I roll over. I can click on that. It'll send me to my website. There it is. Great. I can go down here and I can see that my text is a link. I can click on that. Again, it sends me to my website. And that's great as well. I would add as many links as possible. Make sure that all of your images are a link to your website. You know, add it down here in your text. Please visit my website. Write that down at the bottom of all your text. Just to make sure that no matter where they scroll over, they're almost always going to hit a link. It makes it easy for them to visit your website. And that's the whole idea of sending them an email promotional, is to get them to go to your website. So you want to make it as easy as possible for them to click through from your email, click through to your website. So that's about it, and I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in class. Thank you very much.